the bottom. From the bottom. You know we got it. Alright. We back from the bottom. This time we got another special guest.
Super special.
I ain't say all that. I just said a special guest. I don't know about super special.
You just forgot a word.
We got Mr. Anthony. That's all y'all need to know. He not that important.
AKA the King. AKA Shooter. AKA Meet Me at the Key. Put it in Cal's face is what I do.
And you know he lying. But and they're gonna tell the people something about yourself. Don't lie. He about to start lying.
Let me start off by saying I'm a baller. That's how Cal and I met.
Oh, he already ended right there. All right, that'll
hope
probably be the end. You know,
what
until next time.
He just mags and put it in his face every day. Swatting him, crossing him, breaking them ankles, you know. No, man, I'm a dad, 2 kids, married with a wife, you know, just a chilling.
Very basic.
Very, very basic. I do a little martial arts on the side, you know, real low key work. That's pretty much it, man. I'm not, you know, I'm an interesting man, but
He
not on paper.
Not like the guy on the commercial, I can tell you that.
Bro, he ain't got nothing on me. So,
do you think, this is the first question, people.
the first one,
Do you think MMA replaced wrestling?
no.
Why not?
Man, it's just a different animal. I'm telling you. It's not the same. You can't compare the two. That's like comparing basketball and cricket. You know what cricket is?
So which one do you think more famous?
Right now, MMA. It's blown up in the last couple of years. You don't agree?
Then wrestling?
Then wrestling, yeah.
No way.
Who sells more pay-per-views? Who do you think?
Probably wrestling.
Nah.
Think about it.
Who? Okay,
Think
well,
about it.
no.
Think about
it. Who's got
who on tour right now, and they selling out every time they stop in the city?
Yeah, that's a good point. Like, I didn't think about them being on tour, but you got a new UFC event every weekend.
Yeah, but is it selling out? Like, what's the venues? Because these is like big arenas that WWE.
Yeah, we're talking Madison Square Garden for MMA, MGM Grand. I'm talking big.
No, because if you think about it, you go to the store, who do you see?
Yeah,
you go to the toy section.
Yeah, you see. Now you're seeing UFC fighters.
For real?
I went to Toys R Us yesterday looking for this infamous Paw Patrol thing, and they don't exist apparently. Paw Patrol. Get there on the double.
That's how you know you got kids.
You got young kids.
Back to
yeah, man, you got UFC dolls now. They just like WWE. They don't look anything like them, but
I guess they do got video games.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and that's another one. When's the last time like a WrestleMania game came out? UFC.
It comes out every year.
UFC Undisputed comes out every year too.
Yeah,
that's a tough one to call.
Yeah, I don't know which one sell.
Like I just think
WWE.
That's because you old.
It's been a while. It's been around longer.
Yeah, but that's
and they do tours rather than UFC doing
just events.
Yeah, one.
Yeah, I got you, but. Yeah, and I guess the tours are like I've got friends who've gone on weekdays. Yeah, I never see a UFC fight on the weekday.
Yeah, and then you gotta think is who got more popularity.
I think UFC does. Yeah, I can't name one wrestler. Does John Cena still wrestle?
Yeah,
is he okay?
You just name one.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I could name you every UFC guy on the roster.
No,
I can't. But I can name a lot of them.
You didn't tell me you can't name wrestler.
John Cena.
That's all.
I can name old school.
All.
I'm talking Hardy Boys, Stone Cold.
Well, that's all I know. I don't know the new ones because I don't watch wrestling.
Yeah, I don't. Come on now. You don't watch wrestling?
No, I don't watch.
Not even a little bit?
No, I don't. Ever since Stone Cold and them and The Rock back in the prime time.
Yep.
I used to make sure I used to watch it every Monday.
Every Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, now I don't watch it because I don't really keep up.
Yeah, well, and that's like I was saying. It's, man, you old. MMA.
Every time you gotta say that like your fifth time saying it.
Man, MMA's popped off in the last couple years. It's blown up.
So is Conor McGregor the most famous?
Unfortunately, he is. Think about it. Everybody wants to be an MMA fighter. Yeah, I mean, you know how many guys come into the gym, into my classes, be like, yeah, but you ever do any training? Nah, but I watch a lot of UFC. I watch a lot of football. Doesn't mean I can go out there and bang with those guys.
I can. I don't know. You can't.
I'm not talking flag pee-wee football. I'm talking NFL.
Oh, well, yeah. I probably can be like the person who hold the ball for the kicker.
Not even that.
Well, nah. Once I get to moving, I'm gone.
Going straight to the hospital.
But yeah, I don't know. I think WWE.
I'd be curious to see the stats. I'd be curious to see the pay-per-view sellouts because I'd be willing to bet a Conor McGregor event would beat any WrestleMania event on pay-per-view.
No.
Yeah.
How much you said he made?
He made his last fight. I think he made over $3 million. That one man made $3 million. That's not counting how much he made the company he worked for, which everybody forgets that fighters are employees of the UFC.
Well, I know they just sold for $1 billion.
So yeah, they sold for a lot of money.
But I think WWE probably worth more.
You think so?
They gotta be.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
like I said,
they had to up how many times they was coming on TV. They went from Monday night, then they had to add Thursday night.
Yeah.
Then they come on the weekend.
But you gotta remember, MMA's they've got a lot of have you heard of the Ultimate Fighter?
Yeah.
They got shows. They got up and comers fighting their way to get into the UFC. You don't hear about that in WWE.
So okay, let me ask you this one then. What do you think it take for a person to get to Conor McGregor's status or Rampage Jackson or Bones status?
I don't think that Rampage is on those guys' level. I think as far as publicity, he's a fantastic fighter. But as far as publicity, John Jones can't stay off the coca, so he's unfortunately he's unfortunately that's what he's famous for.
Well, wait a minute. You trying to say Rampage is not on a level?
Nah, not publicity wise.
He was in movies.
Conor McGregor's doing Game of Thrones.
Rampage did 18.
That was a garbage movie though.
Yeah, but he did 18.
He said he did 18.
Then he had the reality show.
See, I didn't even heard about that. That's how much that popped out.
Well, when them fighters stayed in the house. You never seen that?
No.
It was like fighters stayed in the house and there was two teams.
That's Ultimate Fighter. That's what I'm talking about. When I was saying that UFC's got more than just their events, they got TV shows. That's not Rampage's show. They pick two coaches. Like right now, the coaches are going to be Cody Garbrandt and what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. TJ Dillashaw. They're the coaches right now, and they coach these teams. And there's 16 guys, and they pick teams 8-on-8, and they fight each other 1-on-1. And if you keep winning until you win, you get to the top, and then the coaches fight most of the time, which is pretty cool too.
So, what do you think it takes for them to get up to the top superstardom in fighting?
Conor McGregor is so famous
because he talk a lot.
He's got to talk, but he also let me start off by saying I don't like the guy. I can't stand him. I don't like that he basically runs the UFC. He picks his fights. That's why he hasn't defended a title. Because he picks his fights. Okay.
Well, but if you reach that status, ain't that like a perk of being the man?
No, yeah, I agree. But you've got these guys who are ready to fight for the title. They should get the same shot he got.
But how many fights do they do within a 6-month span? How long do it take to get ready for a fight?
Usually it's a couple month, called a training camp.
So say like 2 fights a year.
Yeah, and actually
so you can't fight a lot of people in just 2 fights a year.
Well, McGregor fought, I think, 4 times last year.
And that's not normal.
No,
right?
No. And like I said, he's earned that status. He backs up his talk, kind of. Here's my thing. I know you're not a huge UFC fan. I follow it a fair amount. So he fought Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes stepped up on 2 weeks' notice.
Yeah.
Because Jose Aldo got hurt. And so Chad said, sure, I'll take this fight.
On 2 weeks
On 2 weeks' notice. And Chad was kicking the crap out of this guy for the first round and a half. And 2 weeks is not enough to get your cardio going. You're not in fight shape. So Chad ended up losing that fight.
He ran out of gas.
I mean, but he wanted to take McGregor down, he'd take him down. Wanted to hit him in the face, hit him in the face. McGregor just had the better cardio. So McGregor looked real good winning that fight because he actually TKO'd him. And then he fights Nate Diaz. Because, I mean, I don't even know how that came about. Those guys were just talking trash to each other, and the fight just ended up happening. And McGregor actually gets exposed. He was kicking the crap out of Diaz, too. McGregor was. He was beating him down, and then Diaz caught him with one good one. In this sport, that's all it takes. Caught him with one good one, and then McGregor tries to take him down. And Diaz is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and people forget that because the guy likes to bang. I mean, if you ever watch any of his fights, most of them are standing up. But he tries to take him down, and Diaz just chokes him out, makes McGregor tap. And then, you've got the infamous rematch after that where Conor McGregor actually wins this fight, the rematch, in my opinion, very controversial. I would have given more rounds to Diaz than I would have to McGregor. But he's got this mouth, and he can back it up though.
Well, you got
him and
he had to win.
Yeah,
because he's the poster child.
Yep. And so him and Jose Aldo talking a bunch of mess to each other. I mean, they're just going at it, right?
Yeah.
And he ends up knocking him out in 13 seconds in a championship fight.
Somebody got paid.
So he got paid. And that, I mean, publicity-wise, Rampage had an iconic moment where he had a guy up in the air and he slammed him on the ground and knocked him out. But, yeah, that was savage.
He's from Memphis.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. I think I just don't see any WWE guys putting out the publicity that Conor McGregor, that John Jones is doing. Can you name one? Name one current. Stone Cold came back for what? That fight against Brock Lesnar?
Current. I don't know because I don't watch him.
I don't watch it either. But you'd hear about it. Yeah, I guarantee you go up to anybody, 9 out of 10 people have heard of Conor McGregor.
Yeah, I'd say probably like 5 out of 10.
We'll do it at the gym.
Yeah.
And we'll see.
Well, then again, we all men, or we go ask some ladies.
Most of us are men.
Yeah, you're right. Well, all right. We got to move it on along. The next topic is happy wife, happy life. But what about the husband?
The husband.
If you make sure that your wife is always happy and you're not, is that fair?
No. Like straight up, no, it's not fair. I think the key to a happy marriage is communication, compromise.
Oh, it's a lot of compromise.
It's a lot of compromise, man. I mean, I do a lot of stuff that I don't want to do. My weekends are usually planned not by myself, and
because you're a family man.
It's usually busy work. It's like going to work and not getting paid. That's my weekend is.
I don't know if that's a good thing. That don't sound too good.
Nah, man. There. Well, I like my job, so there's that.
Oh, I hope your wife don't hear that.
Nah, man. It's not. I love the couch. I love the couch, bro. That's the most comfy place in the world.
Well, that's where he's gonna be sleeping at for a while after she hear this.
Yep. No, man, I love hanging out with my family on the weekends. I love it. Just 2 days isn't enough, though, But what do you think? that's a good point. You know, you go into that's like the current thing is a guy spends all his time trying to make sure his wife happy, but I feel like sometimes loses himself in the process. You know, being that selfless, you got to make time for you. You got to make sure that you're happy, because without your happiness, eventually something's going to give.
You're right. I mean, you have to have something that you like to do.
Yep.
You know, you got to have some hobby, some way that, you know, you can relieve stress.
Yep. Hobbies is healthy, man.
Yeah, I mean, you can love your wife. You know, I love my wife, but I do need to get away sometimes. I mean, it's not bad, but
no, it's not. You're in a fantasy land if you're thinking you're not gonna get sick of your wife every once in a while, and vice versa.
That's what some people say.
Yeah,
you know, it'd be like
they put on a front, and you know it.
You know,
I know my wife gets sick of me. I know it. I
know mine do too.
Yeah, man, it's just how it is, but, and it's not a bad thing, you know.
Yeah, that's why you do need something that you can do. You can go with your boys. She can go with her girls. You know where.
Good luck getting them out of the house, though.
Yeah, you're right.
It's tough.
You're right. Well, you know, girls don't get along like guys.
They don't. And
yeah, I think that's I think that started in school.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll offer to watch my kids watch my kids.
Are you watching your
kids? That's what I know. I felt wrong coming out.
Yeah,
but
that doesn't sound right.
But, you know, I have no problems with kids staying home with dad while she goes out with the girls. But I don't know if she feels guilty or, you know, is your wife the same way?
Yeah, well, mine only go out like a couple of times a year.
Oh, tops.
You know, her and her friends get together.
Yep.
But she'd rather be home because I'd be like, you know, I take the kids so you can have quiet time.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, she act like I just cursed her or something. You know?
Yeah.
You know, yeah, so she always
or like on
the family.
On the weekends.
But, you know, if she offered that same thing to me, I cannot say that I would not accept the offer.
Almost every time.
Yeah. No, probably like 99.9%. Yeah.
But, you know, our situation's a little different because my wife doesn't work. You know, she's a stay-at-home mom. So she's with the kids all day long. And that is harder than any job you'll ever do. My poor wife is on call 24/7.
Sound like a nurse.
Yeah.
Nurse, supervisor, manager, cook, maid.
My wife can't cook.
What?
Dude, there's two types. She knows. She ain't gonna get mad about it. She knows. There's two types of chicken in our house. One,
baked.
Raw.
Well, what you mean raw?
I mean, not cooked. I don't know what you mean. Raw, not cooked.
Well, wait a minute. What exactly you doing with the raw chicken?
No, like she puts it on the pan, cuts it open, and be like, "Oh, that's not at all pink," and serves it on a plate. I say, "Honey, that's pink. I mean, that's not like a steak. You got to cook that." And so there's raw. It's on the menu.
I was hoping you weren't talking about eating it, but I guess you was.
No, I don't eat it.
Well,
no, I'll send it back. Waitress. No, so there's two things.
So what's the other kind?
Rubber tire. That's what I like to call it. I mean, you chewing on that like it's beef jerky. I mean, it is done.
You said chicken.
Yeah, but it's so done. It's like chewing on rubber. It's like beef jerky, but not the good kind.
So y'all eat out a lot.
No, I cook. Or she tries new stuff and anything without chicken in it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, I mean she knows it. She knows it. She ain't gonna deny it. You know how many times I've been sick off her chicken?
What? I don't know if you want to put that out there.
No, she knows. We talk about it all the time. And she good with it. She put that evil on me, so I'm gonna say something.
Oh man. Wow.
Yeah, So I'm gonna get into a little bit of equality speech and
speak on it.
For
what's on your mind?
All you sensitive women out there, I would turn it down for the next couple minutes.
Go ahead. Speak on it.
I'm gonna speak on it. So, scenario: we in a hostage situation. Who are the first people they save?
Women and kids.
Women and kids.
Like the Titanic.
Poor Leo died because she didn't want to give up some of that door. That's cold.
Well, could she have gave us some of that door?
I don't know.
I think it was too small because she would just had her whole body wasn't even on the door.
I mean, you could piggyback. You could figure it out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so.
No, because there was a sunk. There been too much weight on the
door. Well, yeah, no, I get you, but we're straying away from the point here.
Yeah.
If we're going to be equal, let's be equal.
Watch Titanic.
We're going to be equal. The children get to go first. And then men and women, you rock, paper, scissors, whatever you got to do. But we equal. We stand there equally. You can't decide, oof, yeah, he wants me to pay for dinner. Yeah, I don't want that part of the equality today. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't pick and choose equality.
Well,
it sounds cold. I get that. But you want to talk about being truly equal. Truly equal. That means everything 50-50, right?
Yeah.
That means goods and bads 50-50. You can't we're going to dinner and a movie today? The stigma is men pay, which I think that's how it should be. Men should be paying.
Well,
it's a polite thing, but a woman should offer. I feel like a woman should offer. Now, my wife, when we were just getting together, has offered, and I've always turned it down. But it means a lot to a man, for me at least, to have a woman say, "Hey, let me cover my half." You know.
You mean that's when you first going together, though?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Well, and then when
you try and get to know each other.
Yeah. Well, no, even when we did know each other, I'd still always pay.
But you said the woman should offer to pay her.
She should offer. Yeah, I feel like she should offer.
But these days,
it's a nice sentiment. I mean, it's a nice way. Because what I feel like when you're taking a woman out,
yeah,
and they don't offer to pay, that's pretty much saying you have to pay to have this much of my time.
Well, no, these days, guys, it's some women proposing to men now.
Yeah.
So this is a new time.
It's a new messed up times.
Yeah, so it's women proposing to men.
That's just weird.
So it's like
what would you do? What would you do if your wife would have proposed to you? I mean, you can't say no if you love her. You would have said no?
Yeah.
I said,
it just wouldn't seem right.
I said, get up off your knee. Give me that ring. We'll switch this.
If you say no. Well, wait a minute.
Okay, so.
How you going to switch, just take the ring and try? You going to put this big old man-looking ring on her?
Yeah, put on your thumb. I don't care.
No.
But, so you would say no. You would tell the love of your life, ain't happening.
Yeah.
Would you give her a reason? Would you say, I wanted to do it?
Yeah. That's what I say. I mean, I just say no.
What about in front of family? Like when I proposed to my wife. When I proposed to my wife, I told her my dad got us a gift card to go to brunch, and when we got there, her family was there, my family was there, and she just thought, oh, it's a surprise birthday party. We all ate lunch on Ruston Way in Tacoma, and then I proposed to her. That scenario, would you say no in front of everybody?
Darn it.
Yeah, he said, darn it.
No, because it's a big production, so I would have...
It's huge, man. You got everybody there.
I would have had to say yeah then. Yeah. You know.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Dang, that's messed up.
That's cold, right? Well, because think about it. Whenever somebody proposes, it's usually some big thing like that. You know, it's not like, oh, hey, I see you coming out of the shower. You look nice. You want to get married?
Well... Mine was something like that.
How was it?
Well, no, I took mine downtown to this to Anthony's.
Oh yeah, yeah.
No, yeah. So I tried.
Was it just you two?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I tried to take it to the Alki over
there. Alki Beach, yeah.
She said it was too cold.
Uh-huh.
It was somewhere else. I think on the pier too.
Yeah. So
then we were like, all right, let's just go home. So we went home and watched the movie. Then I dozed off. And I woke up and I just asked her.
You said yes right there on the spot? That's kind of cool, though. That's super personal. You know what I mean? Like, we had a table with probably 25 people there. And then there was another table next to us with about 15 people that we didn't know. And then behind us, there was a table of about 15 black people.
Yeah.
Now that's important to the story because they acted like they was in a movie, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Ooh, child, he getting on the knee. Ooh, child.
Don't tell. So did they pump you up?
Not at all, man. I was sweating bullets. I knew she was gonna say yeah, but man, just still. I mean, I was sweating. I had to.
So with the people talking about you getting on your knee.
Yeah, because nobody knew I was gonna do it until I actually got on my knee, and then I hear ooh. Oh man. And then I had this whole speech ready to go, and then I didn't say any of it, like nothing. I just went straight
so
acapella.
Do it off the top of
Yep. I had everything. I was like, okay, this is dial. This is romantic stuff right here. And then I think I talked about football at one point.
So you got on your knee, like, what do you think about those Seahawks? Do you want to marry me?
No, but man,
that would have been messed up.
I had everybody at the table crying, except my wife.
Well, she probably like about time.
She looked like she saw a ghost.
Dang, that
yeah,
would have been funny.
No, it wouldn't have. Maybe I could see it'd be funny from your end.
All right, we're gonna move right along to the next topic.
Number 2, number 3.
Oh man, we're on number 4.
Nah.
I tell you who, man, when people don't pay attention.
Yeah.
All right, this is something that's really going on. It got bad over the years.
I'm talking bad. I'm talking horrible.
It's called hating.
Hating.
It's called envy.
Envy. Spill it. Tell him.
It's called.
He ran out of adjectives.
You know what it's called. I don't even want to tell you because you already know what I'm thinking.
It's because he ain't got no more adjectives. He out.
He right.
He running out of words.
He got me.
Speaking of hating.
That's exactly what I'm talking about right there.
I just wanted to give examples.
So,
hey, you gonna get to the point today?
You ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Why do people hate on other people's success?
Envy. One word.
I just said that.
Well, that's what. Well, you wrapped it up before you asked the question.
What make you think that? Like, why would a person hate on somebody else's success?
Envy.
You know, like say both of y'all start in the same spot.
Okay.
And it just so happened you happen to work harder to get out of that situation. Why do you think a person will hate on you when they had the same opportunity as you?
You know, that's a good question because I think nowadays it kind of goes with, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like youth nowadays are entitled.
Yeah.
I mean, a majority of youth are entitled. So I feel like someone may work harder, but an entitled youth might think, oh, they had more opportunities than I did. They had an easier route. When in reality, they just busted their butts more. They wanted it more. They were hungry, you know?
Well, yeah, I think the thing is like social media take a big part.
Oh, it's huge. It's huge.
You know, because now you can see, you know, like back in the day, like you didn't know what the next person was doing.
Yep.
But now you can see everything a person doing.
Yeah.
Like you can see when they get a new car. You can see when they get a new. Well, I guess if they post it.
Yeah. Well, and that's kind of something that I always. I'm not a huge fan of that. Like I've seen a couple posts where like, oh hey, I gave this homeless guy $5 today. I'm like, are you doing it for likes or are you doing it because you're a good person? You know what I mean?
I think they're doing it for likes.
I think so too. Why would you post it?
Yeah, why would you say that?
Yeah, I mean, dude, yeah. I do stuff like that a lot. But you don't see me talking about it. I think character is who you are when no one's looking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You got that right.
I know.
I just don't. Yeah, I guess I just don't understand.
I don't understand the hate.
Why you would have so much time to be worried about what the next person.
You know why you got that much time? Because you ain't pushing like the other person is. That the person got the new car, got the new Jordans. They ain't got time to be a hater. They're out there grinding.
Well, they
nose to the grindstone, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't have time to be worried about what you're doing with your life.
Well, I think just like the great poet Kevin Hart said, he said, everybody want the fame, but don't nobody want to put in the work.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. People, man, those famous people, you ain't even on their radar. They're busy pushing. They're getting it.
Well, yeah. I mean, okay, what would you tell some kids from today, about
Being successful?
Yeah.
Make
What
good
is
choices.
something that you would...
Make good choices, man. Everybody's got a conscience, that little voice in your head saying, nah, that's not a good idea.
Well, nah, these kids are worried about following each other.
Yep. But, I mean, be a leader.
Yeah, that's right. I don't think we have enough leaders.
We don't. We got a lot of followers.
I guess.
And for some reason, the leaders, people these kids are following, aren't good examples. You know what I mean? It's not cool to be successful anymore. It's not cool to be, oh, sorry guys, I can't chill after school. I got to go to work. That's not cool anymore.
Well, I guess, depending on who you look up to, that plays a big part.
Yeah, but it's so tough nowadays because there's so many of those kids that are just that aren't motivated. They're entitled, and I just think that it's easier to look up to the mass than it is to the select few young youth that are actually grinding. And those are the ones that are going to come out and be successful, and those are be the ones that be hated on.
So I know we asked this question. We had this question in a couple of episodes ago. Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna get the headache. But what would you tell your younger self if you can go back and tell yourself something?
Save money.
That's it?
Save money, man. I mean, everybody makes dumb choices. That's part of growing up. But I never did anything too terrible. I mean, I had a family young. I was in a committed relationship young. I feel like I did a lot of things right. You
do look old now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't look 70 like you, but I'm pushing.
I know, you're right. You look like 81.
I look rock solid for 81. I mean,
rock flubber.
I mean, not a gap. I got that jail body.
You're right.
But no, I mean,
jailbird.
I mean, if you think about it, this whole world, everything we do revolves around money. Unfortunately, everything. I mean, I'm not saying I want to be stacked. I want a roof over my head.
So you want to be comfortable.
I want to be comfortable.
So
Food
do you
in my
think
kids'
people
bellies.
put too much of emphasis on money?
I think they put too much emphasis on material, not necessity. Like here's one thing that I have a problem with: livable wages. Now it's a big topic right now, right?
Oh, you're right.
Livable wages, but people think livable wages is having your iPhone, having your cable. That's not livable. I think my wife and I sat down and we just for fun did the numbers. You make minimum wage, you can afford a 1-bedroom apartment, food to pay your electricity, and bus fare to get to work. It's not glamorous, but you're not going to be homeless. That's on minimum wage. Everyone says minimum wage isn't a livable wage. It is a livable wage, but you thinking you need a cell phone. You thinking, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love having cell phones.
Well, yeah, that's because it is like,
nowadays
like
it is.
if you meet a person now without a cell phone, you will look at them strange.
Yeah.
Compared to like back in the day when everybody didn't have a cell phone.
Right.
Now it's like even little kids in kindergarten got cell phones.
Yep. But what I'm saying is that people they misconstrue what livable wage is. Usually, if all you can get is a minimum wage job and all you can afford is a 1-bedroom apartment or a studio apartment, you got a roof over your head, you got food in your belly. That's livable, man. I mean, that's better than a lot of Americans are doing right now.
Man, you got that right.
You know what I'm saying? Livable. I mean, you don't need all that.
Yeah, but now it's like that is the common thing now.
Yeah, no, it is.
So
what do you think? I mean, sure, it would suck not having a phone. It would suck to go home and not have cable. But I mean, just like anything else, you save them. You buy a TV. I mean, you buy movies or whatever.
I can get used to not having the phone.
Yeah, man. When I moved out when I was like 17.
Because sometimes I get tired of my phone now. Like, I like to just put my phone away, and just, not be looking at it every 5 seconds. And, trying to see
but
what's
also on the flip side of that, for me, it's kind of like, oh, where's my phone?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially when you wake up and you be searching.
It's the first
the
thing
bed.
you touch, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
aside from that's where my alarm's at. But for the most part, it's like, okay, anything happened overnight? What did I like? Did I miss a call? Something. You know what I mean? It's
Did I miss a message? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You.
But I feel, even though we got a little off track here, I think livable wage is not what people make it seem. Livable wage, roof over your head, electricity, food in your belly.
I mean, that's what everybody want.
Well, I guess that's what everybody wants, but like we're talking about hating, you got that person who's friends with someone who, has a nice house and has a cell phone and cable and all that. And I think you don't end up in that position making minimum wage because you made a bunch of good choices.
Yeah.
I got a good job and I'm blessed because I went forward. I looked for something and got into a trade. And now I make great money. My wife stays home, and we got a nice pad, and we're comfortable. You know what I mean? But that's because I don't stop. I'm pushing always. I'm working always.
I guess that's just it. Like, you have to stay around people that motivate you.
Yep.
People that give you good advice and can show you how to get to where where they at if you want to be like them.
Yep. And you got to set the ego aside.
Yeah.
I got friends who are doing better than me. And I'm proud of them, man. Good for them.
Yeah, no, that's what I like that.
I
like when anybody do anything positive.
Yep. There's too much negativity in this world to be hating on positivity.
Oh, who you telling?
You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I like that.
But
I'm gonna get that tattooed on me.
Wait, well, listen. I know you want to put my initials on it, but I'm gonna let that pass.
They're already on my backside.
But
so you can see them every day up and down the court.
Don't put it on your ankles because I'm gonna break them.
That's why you come with 2 ankle braces on. That's cool though. I ain't nobody's business.
But this next part is this is something that Anthony wanted to talk about because it is important. Once
everything I talk about is important. Just FYI.
I didn't say all that. Even your wife don't say that.
Yeah, it's because she don't say nothing unless I tell her. Edit that out, please.
So is know your rights.
Know your rights, people.
Because I'm gonna let Anthony lead this one because he know a lot about rights, and ain't no telling some of this could benefit some of you all.
Absolutely, man. So first off, we're gonna say as
all right, go.
But rights, yeah, man, know them. So I'm gonna start by saying there's a stigma. Not saying all, for all you officers listening out there, thank you for what you do, keeping us safe, respect. But there are some that approach a person of color differently than they approach a white person.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah. So what I'm saying, oh man, what's a good way to put this without sounding super racist? Black people get prejudged right off the bat. I feel like that's, and I'm definitely not one of those. I think all lives matter is what I'm saying. I think the Black Lives Matter thing is a little bit weird. Not saying it's a bad thing. It's just a little bit weird. But I do agree that they definitely get profiled different, man. I mean, a traffic stop on a person of color versus a white person, you can't tell me that they are always the same. You think so? You think they always end up?
No, it depends on where you at.
Oh, absolutely.
Because if you're around officers who know about, black people or Latino people, they're not so, high strung.
Yeah.
So it's all about location.
Absolutely, because I mean, statistics show. It's white people they commit as many crimes as black people. But you hear more about the black ones for some reason, and I'm not exactly sure why. I don't know if it's just because they're feeding that stigma, or I mean that's almost conspiracy theorist like, but that's what I feel like sometimes is feeding the stigma. And, that's not right. But I've come across being, I'd like to call myself somewhere in the middle, being the caramel colored skin that I am, and I've been stopped by cops and had both interactions. I've had friendly cops, and I've had cops who have been aggressive. Let's say you got a pistol in your car legally, right? Now we're gonna put a scenario where let's say Cal's got a pistol in his car, and let's say we got a white friend who's got a pistol in their car. They both get stopped. Now I've had this scenario happen, one of each time, where I've hands on the wheel, say, officer, there is a gun in the car.
Yeah.
And I've had two reactions. One,
he pulled that
get out the car.
On you, huh?
Get out the car right now. Say, okay, here's my permit. I don't even reach for it. Say it's in my back left pocket. Grab it if you want it. And then I've had, okay, well, if you could reach slowly, show me your permit, and just keep your hands where I can see them, and we'll be good. I've had both interactions. I would say a person of color gets stopped, they're going to have the negative reaction, even to legally carrying a gun, more often than not.
Yes, you will have a negative reaction.
And like I said, just because of the stigma that comes with it,
But I think the news play a big part in that too.
That's what I'm saying, the stigma. They feed the stigma. Like I said, statistics-wise, white people and black people commit about equally the same crimes, whether it be violent, stealing, whatever. They commit about the same. But you hear more about the black people.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Because poverty is everywhere. And that's where most crimes happen, is poverty.
It's the news, you have to put up what you think going to have people tune in. Yeah. So that's why they always try to talk about the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's always about race. Always. You barely hear about...
And, I get uncomfortable talking. Even right now, just talking to you and I get uncomfortable because I almost got to walk on eggshells. Not necessarily around you, but for the listeners. I don't want to offend anybody because I think I don't even see color. I'm friends with everybody. I like everybody. Color don't mean nothing. It's all about what's on the inside. It's about your personality, your character.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that ain't the way the U.S. sees it.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. That's frustrating, Well, yeah. We Latinos, we kind of stay happy medium unless deportation comes in there. I don't get harassed. I don't get, mostly because I don't have an accent and I speak fluent English, but I just look like I got a year-round tan.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm Americanized,
like a spray tan.
Tan's a tan, right?
No, spray tan is completely different than a regular tan.
You orange, you Donald Trump.
You got the Trump. Yeah, you got the Trump. You're like an Oompa Loompa around here.
Yep. So that all kind of went a little.
We went off topic again.
Kind of. It kind of leads me to my next point is knowing your rights. Cal and I had this conversation a little bit ago about when it's legal to carry a pistol. So a lot of people don't know Washington State is an open carry state. So basically what that means is as long as you can see the pistol, if you can see it.
So even if you just have it in your pocket, if they see the hammer.
I think you have to see the whole thing.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you have it in a holster on your hip, you can go to a gun store, buy a pistol. Now, there is a wait period if you don't have your permit. It's like 10 business days.
Yeah.
They run a background check and all that
So
stuff.
you can walk through Walmart with this, right?
You can walk anywhere that's not a gun-free zone with a pistol on your hip with no permit.
So the gun-free zones is they have it on the front door.
They have to. It has to be visible.
So what if it's... Oh, okay. Never mind then.
So like schools, obviously.
Yeah.
Banks. Some places like...
credit unions.
Yep. Some places won't... Like mostly federal places are definitely a big no-no.
So what about movie theaters?
Now those, I think, are gun-free zones. Some. That's depending on the theater. Because that's by company policy. There's no law that says... the only law is schools that says you cannot have a gun here.
So what's the most fanciest places what's the most fanciest place you took your pistol?
Man, I've taken it everywhere. Literally everywhere you're allowed to take it. But what I was saying is, you can have your pistol on you without a permit on your hip as long as it's visible, and the cops can't give you any mess about it. Now, let's say you pull your shirt over your pistol.
Yeah.
That becomes a felony. You cannot conceal your pistol without a permit.
Oh.
So a cop, knowing your
That
rights,
just
knowing
feels
your
strange.
Yep.
Me walking around with my pistol in a holster.
Knowing your rights is so important. You can,
if I had one.
Yeah, if you had one, but knowing your rights it'll save you a lot of the time, because you might, if you have a pistol on your hip,
yeah,
and a cop wants to give you trouble about it, they can't. There's not a damn thing they can do about it. Well, because it's open carry state. But if they want to give you trouble about it, and you don't know your rights, and you're like, oh, I am doing something wrong, I guess I didn't know that, and it turns into a court case, you can get in trouble.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing your rights is important, or having it in your car. A lot of people, if you have your permit, you can have a loaded pistol on your person in your car, not visible at all times. The only thing you're required to tell an officer is that you have a pistol in the car. You don't have to tell them where it's at. You don't have to tell them what kind it is. You don't have to do any of that. Now,
but then sometimes you can't even tell the officer that.
Yeah. But like I said, you get stopped, hands on the wheel, first thing you say you don't reach for your wallet, you don't reach for nothing. Roll your window down, hands on the wheel. First thing you should be saying is there's a pistol in the car. And if you want to, like I do, you can tell them there's a pistol in the car. It is in this location. You could take it out, put it on the hood of your car, my car, whatever you want to do, whatever's going to make you feel safe and not get me shot. But
what about if your wallet in your back pocket, though?
I don't touch it. I say I have my wallet in my back left pocket.
Yeah.
I've got my permit in my wallet. And now one or two things will happen. Say, can you step out? And I'll grab your wallet for you. And at that point, they're just doing their job. It's a high stress job.
Who you telling?
Yeah,
I tell officers I can't do your job.
Yeah, if that's gonna make them feel safe and not on edge with me, I'll get out of the car. You can reach in my back pocket all you want. But you got these people who are like, oh, I don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That's right. But let's just make this an easy stop. If you're legally carrying a pistol, everything's legal, you got everything you need, what's the issue? Get out of your car, let them grab your wallet.
I know one thing. It ain't nothing like riding around when you legit.
Yeah. Oh, man, it's a good feeling.
Oh, man. When the police get behind you,
yeah,
then you be wanting them to pull you over because y'all get out your paperwork and stuff.
Ahead. I'm not speeding, I'm not doing nothing. Pull me over.
Man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
But that's something they should be teaching in school, is knowing your rights.
Yeah, you're right. Right.
You know what I'm saying? They teach you, I can't even remember any of the amendments. Freedom of speech, religion, freedom of protest, right to bear arms.
Yeah, you're right. They should do that. I just think
there should be more useful stuff.
Some of the stuff that'll really help you out in today's times. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man, that's what's unfortunate about this is it's getting so, everyone's so high strung and everyone's so, they're so just like on edge all the time, I feel like.
Well, shoot, you have to be, because these days, this stuff ain't making sense no more. No,
it's not. And that's kind of a bummer. Our kids are growing up in that world, but I just, on the flip side of that, just raise your kids right. Like you said, some kids need a whooping, man. I'm not opposed.
Yeah. I tell you, hey, man, that whooping solve a lot of problems.
I did a lot of stuff. I didn't
Some
do a
kids
lot of
you
stuff.
Can talk to. Some kids you could just talk to them, they understand.
And see, that's what I kind of wanted to touch on that, because I've got friends who listen to your podcast, and I got my wife and all that, and they don't understand the term whooping like we did when we were kids.
Well, whooping it don't mean beating.
No,
don't beat them.
No,
like,
and we got talked to first. We didn't go straight to the spanking.
No, you mean you get warnings first.
You get warning, not warnings. You get one. We got a warning, and then if we didn't listen. Okay, talking didn't work. But, you know, a lot of people think, oh, you go straight to hitting your kid? That's messed up. Be like, no, we talked to him first. My daughter still listens to me, so it's one time right now, but she's only 3, so we'll see how that plays out.
Well, yeah, hopefully you don't gotta bring out that belt.
Man, my dad used to just snap the belt. I'm like, okay, we good. You know what I'm talking about? Just whap whap.
Dang. Yeah. Well, listen to episode 3 if you want to know about my whooping stories.
Yup. Man, my mom used to crack a spoon and hang it up in the kitchen.
I still don't understand that spoon.
It hurt. That's what it is.
But we're going to move along to the sports section.
Sports. So Cal's going to be out for most of this one.
Thanks, Anthony, for, the know your rights part.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony is a fighter. That's what he do.
I'm not a fighter.
Well, he know how to fight.
I don't know how to fight.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to keep it real. Anthony get laid out a lot.
All the time.
So, the sports question for tonight. If you can fight one person in MMA or WWE, who would it be?
Well, I wouldn't fight anybody from WWE because I'm not a good actor. And that's all scripted.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Man, George St. Pierre.
Why?
Whole nother animal. He would whoop my behind all the way through.
I don't understand that, though. Why would you pick the hardest person, though?
Because it would be an honor to get punched in the face by that guy.
But it probably won't just be a punch.
He's a Leonardo DiCaprio of the fight world. He is the absolute man.
Can you imagine how hard one of his punches would be?
Yeah. No,
probably fracture something or break something.
Yeah. But
that's what you want.
No, I don't want it, but I'll take it. Just to get in an octagon with that guy, put on gloves. Oh man,
how big is he?
He walks around at about 195. He fights at 175, and the dude's cut. I mean, he's a big 175. He's got to be close to 40 now.
How tall is he? 5'9",
5'10".
Oh, he like my weight then. Like my size.
No, I said 175, not 275.
Oh, okay. Then what you trying to say? Man, ain't that big.
So she said.
Yeah, that's the second time you did that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who I.
Do you know anybody that you want to fight besides like Conor McGregor? John Jones?
Rampage.
Right, you would fight Rampage?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not? How much money would it take for you to fight Rampage?
How long?
5-minute round.
How long I gotta last?
Oh,
to
no.
Get this money.
No, he can't knock you out. You got to go all 5 minutes. But he won't knock you out.
Oh. I have to go...
$500K?
No, I'm thinking about a couple mil.
Okay, everybody says stuff like that, but if someone came, handed you a pair of gloves, put $500,000 in your face and said, you got to fight that man for 5 minutes, that's it.
And you have to last the whole 5 minutes?
No.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess
No, but I'm saying he wouldn't knock you out. You'd have to go 5 minutes. If somebody put 500,000...
Can he break bones?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, you could tap if he gets you in something, but...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but he'll break your face.
Wait a minute. Now you keep throwing all this extra stuff.
Hey, it's a real thing. That's what happens. It's a real scenario.
All right. I guess for 500, I'll probably do it.
I'd do it for 10 grand.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes. I'd do it.
I just put myself in a choke or something. You just give him my neck. Like, here you go. Let's make this quick.
Dang. No, I at least want to hit him once. But yeah.
I wouldn't, man. You hit that dude in the mouth, he'll look at you like a crazy person and just eat your face.
Well, no, it'd be cameras and stuff around, so he wouldn't eat my
Probably
face.
not, but man. Have you ever hit anybody in the face, Cal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying being hit in the face. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, back while you getting your share of fights where I was from.
Yeah, maybe it's just a different generation too. I've been in a couple.
Yeah, you had to fight sometimes, so
yeah.
Plus, I was too lazy to run. Yeah,
still too lazy to run.
Yeah, I'm still too lazy to run. So at least you know I'm not lying.
You just cherry picking all day.
At least you know I'm like I don't cherry pick. That mean you gotta run to the other side of the court real fast.
You stay. Make your bucket. They run down. You just hang out at the bottom of the rim.
Well, wait. Am I trying to win? Am I trying to win? Thank you.
Trying is the key word there, though. You got a permanent spot on that bench with your name on it.
But I wanna thank Ant for coming through again to get on the From the Bottom podcast.
Yup.
Anything you want to tell the listeners before we depart?
So much that I want to say. Oof.
Like what?
Well, oh man, I got so much on my mind right now.
Like what?
I'm hungry a little bit.
Whoa, nah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about what I gotta do tomorrow.
Not
anything
much.
relevant? Okay, I got you.
Not much.
I got a lot to do tomorrow.
Sleeping in is not a lot to do.
My kids got tumbling at 9 a.m.
Yeah, but you ain't doing it.
I go, yeah. Oh yeah, I go. I support.
Oh, all right. So is there anything you want to tell the listeners?
Yeah, man. Stop the hate. Come on, hype man. I need you right now.
Congratulate.
Yep. Okay. Spitting bars. I got you.
Don't be fake.
Okay, that didn't really rhyme, but it's cool.
Rake up the hate. Don't be like Jake.
Who's Jake?
The snake.
Oh, dang. Okay. You should probably stop now, but.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're probably done. But, man, just encourage each other. You know what I mean? Lift each other up. There's too much hate in this world.
Yes.
Spread the love.
Spread it out.
Not all over the place, but, just like...
Well, why wouldn't you spread it out everywhere?
Come
on now. Oh, so you just want to keep your love in the box.
Well, no, I only got so much love,
That's why you spread it out everywhere.
Well, then,
like sprinkle. Like you ever hear E40?
Yeah.
Sprinkle me, man. Sprinkle me.
You can't give your love to everybody.
Well, you got that right. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
You're right.
That's what I'm saying. Right. And then equality. You women are a different breed. You are fantastic. You make the world spin. But don't get it twisted. Just because you can do stuff that men can't do doesn't mean we can't do stuff that you can't do. A woman was created to do all the things that a man can't do.
That was deep.
Tell me I'm wrong.
That was like a tongue twister.
Yeah, you're welcome. Think about that for a minute. Write it down if you have to. Stop trying to worry about getting equal, because there are plenty of things you guys can do that we can't.
He got that right.
Yep. Women make the world go round. And aesthetically, you're just much more pleasing than we are. Especially looking at Cal here. I want to go home. But...
Now you talking like you just a ray of sunshine. That's why I got on these dark out glasses. But
thanks for having me. It was a good time. Hope y'all enjoyed it.
Well, yeah. Well, next time Jared probably be on here.
Hopefully
he had to work tonight.
Tired of looking at your mug. Oh, you both be on here. Okay.
Yeah. I said both of us would be on here.
Oh.
But
I'm busy next time.
Don't forget, you don't do that much. You don't do that much. But don't forget to check us out on iTunes, Spreaker, Stitcher Radio, YouTube.
Yup.
And SoundCloud. I'm probably forgetting some, but if you check us out on our social media on Twitter at from the bottom 504, I believe. That's our Twitter handle.
Send some tweets. Questions.
Tweet.
I'm sorry about him. I apologize for this man.
But the inspirational quote of the night before we go out.
Get him.
Obstacles are things a person sees when he takes his eyes off the goal.
Dang.
Yeah, it's deep.
That is deep as the ocean.
But yeah. So we out.
We out.
Thank y'all for listening again from the bottom.